Hey everyone, welcome to English with Hassane 1 and 2. If you're looking to master English, you're in the right place. Whether you're starting from scratch or aiming to improve your skills, I'm here to make your journey fun, easy, and super effective.
In this slide, we are going to deal with verb mix. Mix is to put two things together. Let's see the positive form. I mix colors. It means I put all the colors together. I mix colors. You mix everything. You put everything. He mixes water, eggs, and flour to make bread or a cake. She mixes all the papers. It means she put all the papers together. We mix lies with the truth. They mix red and blue, these two colors, to get purple, another color. As you see, I mix, you mix, you mix, we mix, they mix. The verb doesn't change. But with he and she, we add es to the end of the verb. He mixes. She mixes. Let's see the negative form. I don't mix colors. You don't mix everything. He doesn't mix water, eggs, and flour. She doesn't mix all the papers. We don't mix lies with the truth. They don't mix red and blue to get purple. As you see, with I don't mix, you don't mix, we don't mix, they don't mix, the verb doesn't change. And with he doesn't mix, she doesn't mix, also the verb doesn't change. So what is important is just to put doesn't with he and she. The verb in the negative doesn't change. Let's see the question form. Do I mix colors? Do you mix everything? Does he mix water, eggs, and flour? Does she mixes? Here there is a mistake. So does. So we need to take es from the verb and to put it with do. So does he mix? Does he mix? So if you say do he mixes, no, it's not correct. So please correct this mistake. So take es and put it with do to become does. So does he mix water, eggs, and flour? And the same with she. So take es from the verb and put it with do. So to become does. Does she mix all the papers? Do we mix lies with the truth? Do they mix red and blue to get purple? Let's continue. In this slide, we are going to deal with two verbs. The first verb is do and the second verb go. Let's see. Positive form. I do my best. You do sport. He does his homework. She does the housework. We do exercises. They do tricks on us. As you see, I do, you do, we do, they do. The verb doesn't change. But with he does. She does. With he and she, the verb take es. Let's see the negative form. I don't do my best. You don't do your sport. He doesn't do his homework. She doesn't do the housework. We don't do exercises. They don't do tricks on us. As you see, do doesn't change with all pronouns, but you need to write he doesn't and she doesn't. Let's go to the question form. Do I do my best? Do you do sport? Does he do his homework? Does she do the housework? Do we do exercises? Do they do tricks on us? As you see, the verb with all pronouns doesn't change, but you need to write does with he and she in the question. Let's see verb go in the positive form. I go to the gym. You go to the cinema. He goes to the stadium. She goes swimming. We go running. They go jogging. As you see, I go, you go, we go, they go. The verb doesn't change. But with he and she, the verb has es at the end. He goes, she goes. Let's go to the negative form. I don't go to the gym. You don't go to the cinema. He doesn't go to the stadium. She doesn't go swimming. We don't go running. They don't go jogging. As you see, the verb in the negative form doesn't change. But you need to write he doesn't and she doesn't. Let's go to the question form. Do I go to the gym? Do you go to the cinema? Does he go to the stadium? Does she go swimming? Do we go running? Do they go jogging? As you see in the question form, the verb doesn't change with all pronouns. But you need to write does he and does she. Let's continue. Let's go to the next slide. In this slide, we are going to have the last verb, which is quiz. Positive form. I quiz my students every week. Quiz is a small test. It means I do a small test to my students every week. You quiz your students. He quizzes his students. She quizzes her students. We quiz our students. They quiz their students. I quiz, you quiz, we quiz, they quiz. The verb doesn't change, but with he and she, so the verb quiz ends with z, so with he we add another z and es. This is, so you should remember this. He quizzes, she quizzes. Let's say the negative form. I don't quiz my students every week. You don't quiz your students. He doesn't quiz his students. She doesn't quiz her students. We don't quiz our students. They don't quiz their students. As you see in the negative form, the verb doesn't change with all pronouns. But you need to write does, doesn't with he and she. Let's go to the question form, the last slide. Do I quiz my students every week? Do you quiz your students? Do you quiz your students? Does he quiz his students? Does she quiz her students? Do we quiz our students? Do they quiz their students? As you see in the negative form, the verb doesn't change, but you need to write does he and does she in the question. That's the end of today's lesson.